All right, in today's tip of the week, we are going to talk about Walmart rising to prominence in the
Yes.
e-commerce space. Kyle, you've got some breaking news you've seen recently, and tell us all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It caught my attention in the last week or so where Walmart has passed eBay as the e-commerce platform for market share in the US. So it's now number two. So eBay's dropped to number three. And sort of if you're going to stack market share, Amazon's obviously number one. Now Walmart is number two and eBay is number three.
Wow.
So Walmart's continuing its rise and its investment into its marketplace and e-commerce sales. I think that's going to continue to be the place. I think it's going to continue to happen as they try to compete with Amazon.
Yeah,
they have a long road ahead of them, and it's a long haul. It's pretty steep, but Walmart has some really interesting competitive advantages that I think causes Amazon to have a little bit of pause. We've talked with coaching clients that are selling well on Walmart and sort of been on this year-long journey of scaling that up. And they had mentioned that they were at an Amazon event with Amazon people hosting it. And when he mentioned that, oh, I saw Walmart, they kind of were like started whispering with one another and talking and said, hey, can we talk to you? Can we talk to you after the fact? And they had all these questions about, the Walmart experience as a seller. And so they were trying to gain some market intelligence on that, which I thought was really, really interesting. So,
well, these things don't change quickly. I mean, if you look back in time, it'd be interesting to know when Amazon topped eBay. Now, that was probably over a decade ago, I would imagine, or longer. And so for, let's just say the last decade, maybe, somebody can leave a comment or something like that and let us know. But I would imagine that it's been Amazon number one and eBay number two for at least a decade. And so this is not a fast or insignificant change. And Walmart is on the hunt, man. And they're going to continue to escalate. Of course, they purchased jet.com and then closed it ultimately. I think that was just to acquire the talent. Yeah. The other thing that they did, which is, we've talked about in a prior tip of the week, is they recently just launched an integration with Shopify to really make the process of selling seamless. We will have a long form blog post that really goes into all of that detail linked underneath this article. We're actually publishing it this week. And so you'll want to check that out. If you're not familiar with selling on Walmart.com, this is your opportunity to really dive into it. That article is designed to really give you a thorough overview of the opportunity, how to do it, what you can sell, what you can't, this process steps involved and that kind of thing. Did you look it up? When did
I was trying, but I didn't. It didn't immediately come to the surface. So on the fly,
I would imagine it's been over a decade.
Yeah.
So, what are your takeaways for prospects? Obviously, you've done the in-depth interview with one of our coaching clients and mastermind members, Miro, who describes his journey on Walmart.com. What else can people do if they want to find out more and get into it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that the long form article that'll be on the site is definitely going to be a resource for them. Also, the interview that we've done will also be a resource. I think what's interesting about the timing now is you have a lot of these early adopters into Walmart as a marketplace, and they're sort of feeling the pains of it. And our coaching client, Miro, is definitely one of them. He had a lot of pain associated with that early process. Exactly. But what's fascinating to me is now the tool set that Walmart's starting to bring to the table. The Shopify integration is a huge win for them in competing against Amazon. They're rolling out their own fulfillment network similar to FBA, so it's fulfilled by Walmart. They're implementing Walmart PPC, so they're having their own paid marketing platform on Walmart.com, sort of mirroring AMS. So all of these tool sets that they're picking up from Amazon, or Amazon's already sort of proven that path forward, they're adding to their platform, which makes them even more competitive as a marketplace. So it's exciting times. This is the time to sort of look into it.
It is. I mean, this is going to be a long-term war of attrition. And if they've gotten, I think this article I just looked at, that was a press release about this, puts them at 5.8% of all e-commerce traffic in the United States. Walmart is at 5.8. Amazon is like at 38%. So, this is going to be a long-term showdown, and it's interesting to think about where they could go. Could they get to 10%? Could they get to 15, 20%? it would appear as if it's not a winner take all situation, even though Amazon has a massive market share and
Yeah.
lead, you know.
And I think too, Walmart does have its share of very loyal customers. And I think as they provide online services and online marketplace that is relevant and usable and integrated with their physical locations, they're going to be able to see that market share increase just based
Yeah.
on the brand loyalty that they have. And I think that's what they're counting on.
The article that we're working on, Cassie is my writing assistant who's helping me with it, and she asked me the question, do you ever shop on walmart.com, as we were talking about the working the article, and I said no, I don't. I was totally Amazon is what we, you know, buy things off of. And she said that she's totally Amazon too, but her husband he'll find toys that are really inexpensive on walmart.com for their kids. And so, you know, I mean, I think this is going to become more and more commonplace where people find a reason to be on walmart.com. And once the systems get ingrained in people's life, it's going to be huge. Well, let's wrap it up. So a few takeaways. If you have not watched the full webinar with our coaching client, Miro, we'll have that linked in the show notes underneath this video. We'll also have the link to the long form article on our site. Maybe we'll embed this video in that article. So it's
perfect. Might be already there.
And we'll go from there. Well, this is exciting news. And we just encourage you, if you are an Amazon exclusive seller and you're thinking about expanding to Shopify or to other sites like Walmart, and you don't know what to do or how to do it, feel free to reach out to us. We have our coaching program that is available. Check it out on winningonshopify.com. And it's in the menu structure under coaching. It's by application only. We really do that so that you can figure out whether you're right for us and we can figure out whether we're right for you. But if that is a good match, then we work with you one-on-one and we have a great time together. And so anyway, that's a good takeaway as well, I think. Anything else for the good of the order, man?
That's it.
All right, buddy. Talk soon.